Hello and half a day, and welcome to New Game Plus, a video game talk show based on Guam, featuring three handsome men and their very expensive setups. Now on Laddie Esports, I'm Tim. Above me is Shadow Gaming, and to his right is Matuhat. Hello and good evening, everyone.
Forgetting that's your name.
Oh man.
I don't like you guys anymore. How can I quit this podcast?
Oh, well,
All right,
yeah.
thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it.
No, we had a pretty healthy reception last week. We had a bunch of viewers tune in, so thank you very much for that. Some gaming news, a bunch of gaming updates. We have completed Valheim. For those of you who don't know, Valheim was that Viking Minecraft game that we were like all up in arms about for like about 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, we were like 3 bosses in. Was it 3 bosses in? We just beat Bone Mass.
Yeah, we finished Motor.
Yeah, we finished Motor. We defeated it, and then we defeated Yalguth, the final boss. It took us 4 in-game days, but yeah, let's go. We beat Valheim, and we decided to play another survival game called The Forest. It's an older game, but it has like horror elements.
I feel like you guys don't like it. Like, it's not as fun as Valheim, man. Valheim was fun.
Oh man,
it's all right.
No,
it just sprung up so fast.
No, The Forest is basically a game that it's pretty much like Valheim in the sense of where you have to build bases and survive, but the whole premise is that you crash land. You're part of a plane crash. You crash land onto this island, and suddenly you see your son, his name Timmy, is being captured by some dude. And you wake up, and then everything is in shambles, and you have to survive. And you learn that you are not the only person on this island. You are in an island full of cannibals. And
yeah, I think the theme we've been having is let's just play a co-op survival game where we just have to build stuff so Ida can do something while we're all just like in caves. And so that's pretty much what we've been doing.
Ida is our resident base builder when we're not.
She made a whole base. Like
she didn't. No, she didn't.
Oh, you helped.
She's like, I'm ditching this place. I'm gonna build somewhere else. And then I finished it. She's like, oh, I'll come back then. Then we built
It's good. That treehouse. Tim, you haven't played with us yet. You gotta get it because we're gonna finish it either tomorrow night or tonight.
No, I was pretty sick.
Cheating.
I was actually pretty sick yesterday.
Like, oh yeah. How are you now?
I'm pretty good. Like, because I was at work and I was like sneezing so much as if I had allergies, and I'm like, my body feels fine. Like, I don't feel sick. But when I got home, like, my body just shut down, and I was like out for the whole night. And I actually took a day off today, so I'm feeling better. I wanted to go and do this podcast, but yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much what Valheim Forest. What did you do this weekend, Barry? I know that you were talking about drinking a whole gallon of water because you had to do something.
Oh yeah. So in esports news, we're part of the Laddie Esports League, and because of that, I'm also part of the Laddie Esports organization and all that stuff, right? So recently we started our first Valorant tournament series. I believe last week, Saturday. Full disclosure, I was not supposed to commentate this, and I was not supposed to help organize it because I wanted to do the fighting game stuff. But you know, some stuff happened, and now I did commentary for the first week. It was good. It was really fun. A lot of the whole narrative is essentially the last season's tournament winner, which is Team Shoot. Then the team that I was like helping manage and stuff won the tournament, and those guys, the whole team basically branched out to like every other team on the new series or the new tournament series. So like a couple are in one team, a couple are in another team, a couple are in the third team. There's about 6 teams. So UOG has a couple, Epic Reapers have a couple. That name is funny. Collab Koalas has them. So like, anyway, so the narrative really comes down to, when I was commentating, who has the best team, or who is the best Shoot Then member that actually can carry the rest of the teams in the league. And so far, Collab Koalas, I mean, if you guys don't already know, dominated the Laddie Esports League of Legends spring split a couple months ago. They were like bodying everybody, and what I thought was going to be the winner, like the high tier team, would be UOG Triton Esports in Valorant. kind of didn't do too well. They got 2-1 just like a lot of other teams, but overall their performance against a couple of the against collab quals was just abysmal. So you know, it's unfortunate, but you know, it's cool. Outside of that, next week they're having another set of tournaments. So like this coming Saturday is just going to be kind of like a rest. We always have it bi-weekly. So the week after that, they're going to have another stream. I don't know if I'm going to be commentating. I'm just going to throw my hands in the air and see what happens. But hopefully I'm not going to be commentating that one because I want my Saturday. Other than that, I think we need to talk about... Man, wait, you know what? You guys can go ahead and talk about something. I'm going to go get my Switch.
No, we were talking about how like if this is... Wow, look at that. Shado
He
booty.
just plays it when he's sleeping. He plays it when he's
Shado
sleeping.
booty, everyone. Anyway, oh man, that's not gonna... Too bad for the people who are just listening. You gotta be watching that VOD. But anyway, we were talking about how like Barry, if this is what it takes to get you to drink a gallon of water a day, then we should get you commentating every single event.
I have to drink a lot of water because I have gout anyway. So it's like I even drink more water than normal.
Anyway, getting into esports, like Barry's a huge staple in this entire community. He's commentated fighting games. He's commentated first-person shooters. But now, the one thing that Barry was never ever comfortable with commentating was MOBAs. He's never played League of Legends. He's played a little. No, you played League of Legends, but not.
Okay,
he played one game, but that's
a caveat. I played like the training mode.
He played training mode. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. He played like a game of Dota with me, and you know Barry. It's not fair to ask someone like Barry to put so many hours into like a deeply complex MOBAs like League of Legends or Dota, but in the advent of Pokemon Unite, Barry is taking this seriously. Barry is our mid Zero, or is that how you say it? Zero Aura? He is godlike. He's going up, looking up strats and everything, looking up strats, telling us what to do. He's doing all the shot calling. Surprisingly, he like the guy with the least MOBA experience is doing all the shot calling in our team. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's how it is. But it's just funny how
I think that's no, I don't think he has like the least MOBA experience. I'm on the same boat as Barry of not playing a MOBA, but I just never talk about it because I'm still embarrassed.
No, but it's great
so
because
fun,
no, but if you guys watched our first episode the 2 weeks ago, Barry was talking about how all of us were talking, or no, just me and Barry, but Matt plays the Switch sometimes. We're talking about how we don't touch our Switches at all. They're just gathering dust. They're just placeholders. They're like, you know, centerpieces on our setups. But suddenly, was it Nintendo? No, it's not Nintendo. Tencent shoots out this like out of the blue, out of the box, Pokemon MOBA game for everyone. And now Barry's in on it, and he is super serious on it. Barry, how many hours have you clocked in on it?
I think only like, what, 12, 13? Well, the thing is, right? Like, less than 10 hours in this game seems like not a lot considering it's a MOBA. But when you consider that it's 10 minutes per game, like it can't go any higher than 10 minutes. It's so nice to just pick up and play like a game or two, and then just stop. And you get you have a great time. The scoring system makes it easy for you to like not deal with having to power creep or like worry about score, because you don't know the score of the game.
No, we do know the score when we're really struggling.
Yeah. See, like it only gives you like hints, right? Like we don't even know what the point distribution is when it says we're in the lead or we're heavily in the lead or we're struggling, right?
No, it doesn't matter like, until the last 2 minutes, right? The last 2 minutes.
Doesn't matter till Zapdos anyway.
Till Zapdos, But anyway, yeah. It's just really great. I love the fire that this game has brought, has lit under Barry, because it's perfect for like the two opposite ends, because it's really hard for like a kid to get into like maybe like League of Legends or Dota because they're so established, right?
Oh yeah, we know we beat kids all the time in this game.
And then it's really hard for someone like Barry, you know, an older person who has other responsibilities, other duties, other games that he wants to play. So he's not that old, but I'm saying older than a kid. And you know, like he does, it's perfect. 10 minutes and it's Pokemon. Everyone's playing Pokemon. It's so great. You know, That's the whole. I love this meme of everyone beating like kids in this game. It's like, oh mom, dad, look at the new Pokemon game on Switch. Just play online and see. I think I'm so good, and then we just rock them.
I just took out a whole classroom with 15 frags. Oh.
And then when we're losing, right, we get all quiet. No, it's so funny when we're losing, we're all quiet, and suddenly we're thinking on the other side of the coin. It's like they're probably thinking we're the kids.
Yeah, we're the classroom.
Oh my god! But it's really, really
Third graders
great.
are being the second graders.
But yeah, this game has taken the world by storm. I feel like it's all over Twitter. Like even now, just recently, like just a couple hours ago, Gardevoir was released, and it's trending on Twitter. Like everyone's in on that. Like just for man, Pokemon is so good. But yeah,
I think it's just a perfect mix of like the time it takes to play the game, the actual mechanics of the game, and how casual it is. Because like in ranked, I don't think you actually lose. Well, I'm never in a position to play ranked because these guys don't want to play with me right now. They're playing the forest, and no one else wants to friggin' play Pokemon. Anyway, but you don't really lose any points when you lose in ranked. And casual matches are super quick. Like I don't think when we had like 30-second queues, we were like, oh, this is a dead game. Like could you imagine getting a 30-second queue in like League every time you want to play? Like there was never a downtime when it came to playing.
Don't talk to me about prior to the Asia servers, prior to installing a Japan server for Dota, my ranked queues were like 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes, and
Damn.
that was a dead game. 30 seconds? Oh man, I wish. I freaking
that's
wish.
what I'm saying. It's like 30 seconds.
Sometimes it's just instant, and that's the
Yeah.
amazing thing.
It's
We just
instant.
start it and it's instantly queues, and we're like, okay,
Mhm.
and that's cool. That's like amazing. Like you're never not playing.
Mhm.
And I hope. Well, the thing is, it's a brand new game. Just like if you ever play any new game on ranked or online or anything, right, you're gonna have instant queues regardless for like the first couple months. Fighting games have it. First-person shooters have it. Well, there's no new MOBAs, but like other games have it, where the game first comes out, constant queues, immediate, and good ping too. You're gonna have good ping. You're gonna have quick queues. And you're gonna be non-stop playing.
I have
Give it a month
never
or two.
complained about latency in this game. This game is like have you ever experienced lag in this game? Like discernible lag. Like you're like, oh yeah, you could have like beaten that team fight if you weren't lagging, if your connection was more stable.
I did notice whenever I get hit by a Pikachu ult, even though I'm outside the red circle, I'm like, that's BS. But I can also understand that we have red bar, so it's like what can you do? But outside of that, I think it's really decent. It's decent enough because it's casual enough.
No, it's good.
Right?
And I think it has all the potential to be a really good like esport. Like I want to feature it. Like I want like Ken to bring it into Laddie, but then there's some things that it needs to have. It needs to have a reliable spectator mode. Because there's no spectator mode right now. You can only do custom games with first person views. And it's, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you're always on the left. You're always on the left. It's not like a traditional MOBA where you can start on the left side or the right side. You're always on the left. And I wondered that for a while, but then I realized, no, everyone is on the left. It's just that to them,
It's mirrored.
you're on the right. It's mirrored.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
not
can
sure
tell
if
when you're actually on the left when Piplup goes up instead of down.
it's so weird. It's like I've never seen that before. Have you seen that before in a game? It's like, how does this happen? How does this happen in a like how would this play out in spectator mode,
Yeah, well, the thing is with Tekken, right? Tekken's a good example because it's a game where you can actually choose which side you want to be in for ranked. And both players can be on the left, actually. But according to when you're playing against somebody, even though they picked left, they're going to be focused on the right because the camera just switches for them, right? And that's the same with Pokemon. In terms of spectator, you would probably just have the standard left. So whoever's actually left is going to be on the left side.
No, and it's weird too. I mean,
An actual left.
in this scenario, I mean, like I guess in Dota and League, like left and right is like really it's really important getting like the jungle creeps or even like the path to Baron or whatever. But the path to Rodham is on the top, and Dreadnought is on the bottom, which is it's weird. But what about what's his name? The Mexican Pokemon, the Ludicolo.
Oh, Ludicolo. Yes,
Ludicolo and
they did something
Tauros.
so smart. They did something so smart. It's so it's chef's kiss.
What is
because
it?
you only notice this when you're jungling, and you can know when you're immediately on the left side is when Lillipup moves up, or down rather. So when he moves down, the direction Lillipup goes is always where Ludicolo spawns.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you don't even have to worry. Like, it automatically tells you where Ludicolo is gonna spawn. So once Piplup's going up, you move up. It's like already intuitive game design to have to get the Ludicolo. Because if you kill Ludicolo, it provides you a buff to just like kill ads faster. So you need that. That's your first buff.
Oh yeah.
So Lillipup always goes to it. And then you can just hit it, and then there you go. It's like intuitive game design that shows you, and you don't even need to worry about up or down.
Man,
it's amazing.
I'm embarrassed to say that I never knew about those buffs. I only knew about Rodham and Dreadnought. I did not know about those other two jungle creeps, which I should have known.
Yeah,
I should have known.
The Mexican Pokemon gives you a buff to kill ads faster, and the cow Pokemon, I don't know.
The water type Pokemon and the normal type Pokemon.
Oh, that's what they are?
They are. Yes, the same types. You can look at their attacks. Their attacks show what they do. What do you? You don't even look at their attacks.
I don't know.
Water type. Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Pokemon kills ads faster, and the cow makes you slow people down with every attack or something like that.
Oh, that's good for ganking.
Come on, man. You think I know? I don't even know. I know I'm not calling it Lillip. I don't know if it's Lillipup. It's the puppy, the little puppy dog. You know, Buffaland. I thought it was Tauros.
I thought it was Tauros. I thought it was I thought it was Tauros.
With an afro, right? That's what everyone thought when it was first announced. That's what everyone was saying. Like, oh, is this a mega evolution of it?
But then now Galarian Tauros, man. That's
do you even know what Galarian means, Barry?
Yeah, it's like a Alolan. It's like a variation or something like that. That's what.
Oh man, but it's great. Barry's into MOBAs, and I never thought I'd see the day.
I'm just scared though. I'm scared though. A lot of people are gonna be playing this mobily, and their Joy-Cons are gonna break. Which is an amazing transition to our Joy-Con fix. So, some dude, man, I wish I put his name, but it was amazing. He had he just realized that you just need to put pressure on the Joy-Con to fix it, and so putting a piece of paper under like the Joy-Con, where the analog stick is at, will fix it, and that's amazing.
Whoa. Drop a link in there. Drop a link into the chat about where you can find this. Wait, there it is. There it is, Barry.
There you go. Yeah. I've been using cut up Pokemon cards because I've actually spent money on Pokemon cards. So my holographic Charizard is now inside my Joy-Con. But I think it's cool because now it's fixed, and I actually have a story about that.
Okay.
So when Breath of the Wild came out, I was just playing my Switch portably all the time. Never needed another controller. After that, Mario, never needed another controller. And then Smash Bros came out, and Smash Bros destroyed my Joy-Con. And so I was like drifting and everything. So I was like, okay, I'll look into this. I'll see if I can fix it myself. I broke my Joy-Con. There's a really thin ribbon cable in there, and that's what everyone breaks. Like when they open it, if you just like split the shell in half, it just rips like butter. And so my Joy-Con was broken. I had to use my second pair of Joy-Cons, and I was like, dang. Then when this fix came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I could fix my Joy-Cons now. So I opened my second, or the one I was using now, because I have one broken pair. I used my working pair. The ribbon cable snaps, and so I have two broken Joy-Cons, and my brain just exploded that day. I was like, I have the worst luck. Luckily for me, the fix is easy for like the broken ribbon cable. It's like $5 online. So now I have two working Joy-Cons once again. And that's I've waited 2 weeks to tell that story. I've waited 2 weeks.
No,
Yeah, you didn't want to tell us anything about this story. I was like, what the heck?
Because it's
No,
the
he likes
worst
the
life
reaction.
of my life. It's the worst life.
No, you just gotta be really. No, I don't know. I don't know. You could be really, really careful, aware of what you could possibly do, and just do it anyway. That's just life, right?
Yeah.
It's such a terrible limitation to the design of the Joy-Con though, because like they're showing like in the video here, right? It's showing why the Joy-Con drifts is because it's the little metal in the bottom of this like PCB. When you're pressing into the Joy-Con or like moving the Joy-Con around, that metal tab that you see here loosens because there's nothing holding onto it. So like the fix is to put a shim between your controller or between the Joy-Con metal and your controller's shell to push it back into place. Like what kind of backwards like and people have like reports showing like, oh, you know, my Joy-Con has these little like foam strips as if Nintendo already understood the issue. But I know they're vehemently like denying that there is a Joy-Con problem because they haven't even addressed it. Like there's no addressing the Joy-Con fix. Even with the new Switch that came out, I want to see people open it up and just be like, this is still a problem. As soon as
you gotta be
proactive. New
proactive.
Switch comes out.
Gotta be proactive, everyone. You gotta like put in that little little piece of paper, your Pokemon card, right now.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't break the ribbon cable. If anyone does it and breaks the ribbon cable, make sure you give us a shout out and we'll feature your story and tell. No,
I'm gonna do it right now.
No, Barry. We still need you. No, do you have an extra pair of Joy-Cons?
If you do, if he does break it, then I actually have a spare ribbon cable. I bought like a whole pack, and so I have spares.
Okay,
so if
He's gonna do this live. He's gonna do this live on stream, everyone. Live on stream.
Don't.
But anyway, while we continue with that, yeah, Joy-Cons. I think last week when I was like reviewing the VOD of last week's or the last episode rather, Barry was talking about how the new Switch might have new hardware. It doesn't. I just want to clarify that right now. It doesn't at all. The only new thing about that Switch, like on the Switch itself, is just the screen. It's still the same exact graphics card or computer CPU. It's your games aren't going to run any faster. They're just going to they're going to run a little brighter. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But that's why we have to get the Steam Deck, right? The Steam Deck. That's still everyone's still on the Steam Deck.
That was announced between the weeks.
Oh, the Nintendo Switch competitor, guys. What are your thoughts about it, Barry? We had some discussions about it. What do you got to say about it?
I love the fact that people call it a Steam Switch because you know what a Steam Switch is?
What?
A Valve.
Oh.
Right? Oh,
no, I
so
like
good.
No, when you
I like the Game Boy. That's a better name for it.
The Game Boy. Wait, how do you take this thing apart? What the hell?
Oh my god, Barry's doing this blind. Barry's doing this blind,
it.
everyone. Oh my god.
No,
you have fingernails?
Barry has an iFixit iFixit kit right now, and I don't know if he's gonna fix it at all.
Now he can't play Pokemon
but anyway,
Unite with us anymore.
Barry and I were talking when they announced the Steam Deck when it came out. The first thing we talked about was about how he might replace the Steam Deck as a travel instead of bringing his laptop. I told him I wouldn't do that because I still need to like do my work, and I don't know if I could work on a tiny screen like that. You know, and Barry just says he probably remote into his his workstation. And then we talked about the whole marketing aspect about it, because when the Steam Deck was announced, Elgato decided to announce their new Stream Deck. Can you hear the confusion there? Can you hear that confusion right there? Like everyone was talking.
That sounds like butt.
No, it's literally like it's smart. It's super smart that Elgato did that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they did it on purpose. If they did it on purpose, it was really, really genius. But it's pretty much it screwed up everyone's search because you know, Valve announces Steam Deck. You're just gonna think Stream Deck, and then when they look up Stream Deck, they're like, oh, a new announcement of the new Elgato Stream Deck. I'm gonna take a look at that.
I saw a ton of posts of like kids like saying, oh yeah, they're gonna ask their parents for like a Steam Deck, and then for Christmas they're gonna get the Stream Deck 2 or whatever instead, and they have nothing to use it with because they wanted
the Steam Deck. They wanted the Steam Deck to get the Elgato Stream Deck. Genius. I don't know. Don't buy the base model. The memory they use is really slow. Honestly, you can't even buy the pre-orders were like sold out within the day of the announcement.
In reality, I think I wouldn't get it anyway, just because like the utility of a Steam Deck just doesn't seem that practical when it comes down to like what you're gonna use it for, which is gaming. If you're gonna do that and you're gonna play it on if you're gonna have like a handheld gaming device that you're trying to play AAA titles, I just don't think it's gonna work out, just because of thermal issues and battery constraints. Like, just get a gaming laptop, dude. Like, if you're gonna use an emulation machine, just buy a PSP Vita or something. But I don't know how I feel about it.
Or Switch.
Or a Switch.
No, I think it's good though. If you're going to like, if you're it's Type C, so you have so many docks. If you dock it places, it's just like a Switch. I don't like the Switch because I can't just dock it normally to a TV. But the Steam Deck has a proprietary dock, and it should be easier to connect to than a Switch or a Switch.
Oh, I mean non-proprietary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just overall in general going to be like it seems like it would make sense, but I don't know if the market's ready for something like that, because I don't think the technology is ready for something like that. All it is it's a Zen 3. Okay, I'm getting a little technical here. It's using AMD. It's using an AMD APU essentially, and what that is it's just a processor with the GPU in the chip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole issue is obviously there's going to be a thermal limitation, just because it's going to be really hot and it's a small device. More importantly, like what Twitching Sarah said in chat, there's going to be the memory they use is slow. And because it's an AMD device, AMD relies on fast memory for good performance. Now, if it has slow memory, especially the base model, you're not necessarily going to have the performance that you want out of something like that. Versus just getting just get like a $800, $900, what is it called? Acer Predator Helios 300. Those are like $900 laptops, and they're gaming. Just use that.
But how much is the base model? Like it was around like what $400? $400? You know, it gets a lot more expensive the more memory you put in.
Yeah, I think it's 400 or 400 for the base model, but then it gets more and more after a while.
Mm-hmm. No, and then administrator, I wonder what the battery life is like. They announced that it would be 10 hours, but you know the whole marketing strategy, 10 hours of normal use, actual gaming use is probably like 2-3 hours tops. 2-3 hours tops. That's like so that's standard. I mean, what do you expect of a game running a AAA title locally? And I remember like Barry,
yeah, go ahead.
At 30 FPS, they announced that it was like 30 FPS. That's
they're shooting for minimum 30, right? So there's a little bit like a misnomer when it came to the article. Like that's what they're trying to shoot for minimum FPS is 30, but it can go higher. I mean, I don't know what the refresh rate on the monitor is, and that's the problem. Like we don't know what the screen, we don't know any of the specs outside that they're using a Zen 3 processor. So I'm just curious because they put Cyberpunk 2077 on like the mock-up art of the Steam Deck. And I'm just like, dude, that game barely runs on my computer, and I have like a 2080. Like, what do you?
A water-cooled 2080.
Yeah, I got like a water-cooled 2080, water-cooled 3600X, and I'm like, bro, I do not think this is gonna run that well.
No, it was exciting at first, but then after the whole like what do you call it? Just like the post-honeymoon announcement.
I'm over it.
You think about it, you're like, nah. I don't know. For whoever pre-ordered the Steam Deck, sorry. Let us know. Let us know how it is. I want to hear your thoughts about it. But anyway,
in the long run,
but you know what my favorite thing. Okay, my favorite thing to play on these handhelds aren't AAA titles, right? But I love playing emulated JRPGs. Like I used to play. Like for those of you that don't know, my favorite all-time RPG is Xenogears. It's like a PS1, came out in 1998, right after Final Fantasy VII. And I played it like 13 times over the years. First on the PlayStation, got it. I had a Sony Xperia. Do you guys Xperia Play? Do you guys remember that?
Oh, that's wait, you played on that?
Yeah,
that's
I had
it. Like almost like a PSP Go. It's basically what it is.
Yeah, well, a cell phone. That was actually frustrating. Whenever I played it, I had to put it on airplane mode because it couldn't handle me playing the game and then getting a call. getting a call or a text
just
message.
crashed.
Yeah, it just crashed. And then I got a PS Vita. I got it for there. And then, yeah, I emulate here on my computer too. And surprisingly, our new co-host up there, Matt, has never.
Oh, Tim, you missed it.
Like,
you missed
like
it, Tim. You missed it. You could have been like, Barry, what's your favorite JRPG? And Matt, what's your? And then that's the transition.
No, it's okay. No, I already had I had a fire transition over there with our handheld stuff. But anyway, Matt has told us that he's never played a JRPG before. Why, Matt? Why?
Okay. Never played Final Fantasy 3. He's never played Earthbound. He's never played Chrono Trigger. He's never played Secret of Mana. You can. Okay, you know what, Matt? Just explain.
Okay, so first off, Chrono Trigger is pretty sick. You getting the blade and everything. It starts with an M, I know that, and then at the end, I go revive the dude, or you know what I'm talking about, like. I can say it, right?
This guy read it and watched it on YouTube. That's fair.
No, I did. I watched Sugar Conroy's Let's Play of it. It was amazing. It was sick. I don't have.
Let's Play. Oh my god!
It was actually like 2 years ago. It was like 2 years ago, but it was super cool because and then the whole thing with like the villain and it's you guys caused that basically, and then I liked it. I just don't have time.
Why don't
I don't have time to. I don't have time to read it. I just mash A. That's all I do.
Okay. So go ahead, there. Go ahead.
So, the reason why you don't like JRPGs is because you don't like the dialogue, right? You don't want to deal with the exposition and all of that, right? You don't want to deal with the story.
The story I want to know the story, but it's all that reading. It's all the skill tree reading. It's like it's the same with Pokemon Unite. If you ask me what my abilities do on what attacks, I don't know. I just know it goes shoot that way and shoot this way. That's all it does. I don't read the blocks of text.
Have you considered action JRPGs?
I have, like like Secret of Mana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's a terrible example. There's a lot of dialogue in that game.
No! I tried emulating on my DS before, and it wouldn't ever work.
Emulating on your DS?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a DS SNES emulator. It's not that good, but it was decent enough at the time.
I tried doing that, and I was like, because I could swing my sword and everything. No, it wouldn't run, so I never played it.
So you can't get through the dialogue, and you can't like you don't want to bother to learn the combat systems. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, the combat system could be fine. It like sometimes like for the most part, if it's like Bravely Default, I could just like just go Brave all the time.
Oh, that's a great JRPG. Did you beat that?
Me?
Yeah.
No, he's never beaten him. She never beats in a JRPG. That's the whole point.
That's
the whole point of this.
I have
a sick story. It's so good.
Okay.
You just play Nier.
Yeah. We've talked about this on. Wow, is that a collector's edition Bravely Default that you've never completed?
Yeah, it's a collector's edition. Yeah, I wanted to play it. It's something I've wanted to play, but I can't just sit through like days of monologue. No. Like it's cool.
Fair, Bravely Default's pretty long. It's like your typical JRPG is like 40 hours.
Okay, here's the thing. We talked about this in previous episodes, but since we're on a whole new platform with a whole new audience, we'll just talk about it anyway. I noticed that in new JRPGs, like I would never ask. I actually did, and it's kind of like speaking from experience, but I wouldn't ask any friends to get into Xenogears, even though I love it so much, because it is so long, and it's like it suffers from all the like no quality of life. It was like it came out really hard. It came out at a time. It came out at a time where like 1998. There were like video games are sparse. There wasn't much variety back then. We had all the time in the world to play that specific games. That's why they filled it all with all this content. This like required grind that you had to do. Like in order to beat something, you have to grind levels, right? No one has time for that anymore. So I noticed that in newer RPGs, combat is simplified. Like even in like re-releases, re-releases of FF9, FF7, FF8, FF9, they all have
the fast forward function.
Fast forward functions. They have cheat modes. Oh, shut up, Jared. No, I don't want to talk about Xenosaga. Oh my god.
Xenosaga is a yikes.
Xenosaga is a huge yikes. That's just oh my god.
Actual yikes, because it's like imagine if it's like if you watch Evangelion and then you think End of Evangelion, but worse.
It's
like
worse.
in every other way, in every single way.
Think about this.
That is.
But End was sick though. End was sick.
No, End was sick. So imagine End of Evangelion or like Rebirth or Rebuild, but bad.
No. And it's okay, here's how bad it is. It's 90% cutscenes and like 10% combat, right? And then those cutscenes were unskippable. And sometimes there were cutscenes right before a boss battle. So if you lose that boss battle, you have to go through the cutscene again.
Okay, and I don't have to read. I don't have to read, right?
You don't have to read. You watch it. You go take a piss while the cutscene happens.
So, if you there's a really good litmus test when it comes to like a video game or a series or a franchise, is if you go to the wiki, and maybe like the first 2 paragraphs, and you see more than 10 blue links. That game is way too complicated, and it's not going to be fun. Like, look at the Xenosaga wiki. It's friggin' terrible, man. You like if you look at what the heck is his name? The late protag for Xenogears. What's his name?
Feifong Wong.
Labu.
Feifong, right? So we go to Feifong's thing. The first paragraph has like 10 links, and I'm like, no, I am not gonna. It's so bad. It's so convoluted. Anyway, it's
not convoluted. It's the greatest story that everyone here probably will never hear about.
It's in the Xenosaga wiki. That's the problem.
Okay,
there's an entry for him in the Xenosaga wiki.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go to the Xenogears Discord.
Wiki.
You gotta go to the Discord.
Just play Chrono Trigger.
No, you know what you do?
I don't need to play Chrono Trigger. I know he has Masamune or whatever.
No, you gotta play it.
No. I don't need to play it. I don't need to do the mini games to get his body back.
No. Here's the thing.
I've seen it.
I think we went on a whole tangent, but my whole point is that there are so many things that these developers have done to make you play these games. You can't give the same excuses anymore. They made it easy for you. If you want to play like Persona 5, I mean,
that's actually a really bad idea. Okay, so there's
an easy mode. There's an easy mode in Persona 5.
No, even with easy mode, that game is like 40 hours, 50.
That's story though. That story, you don't have to go through the grinding process. At least they eliminate the grinding process.
It's still really long. It's like omega long. Like even with the third semester, that game is super long. Like it took me 70 hours to beat that game and I'm playing on easy mode.
Okay, maybe.
It's long. It's super long. Like if you want to get a decent example, it would be I'm gonna bring it back, right? So we're talking about how things are easy, right? So Matt doesn't necessarily care about the story. He just wants to get through the game. Well, you care about the story. You just don't want to skip all the dialogue, right? This is my big brain, wrinkled brain example of a great RPG that's short, has a decent battle system. You don't care about the plot. The only problem is you have to worry about where to go. And this is my example is the first Dragon Quest game.
Okay.
That game can be beaten in 7 hours. It has a good battle system. You don't have to worry about any dialogue, especially between the party, because there is no party. You're literally by yourself. Mm-hmm. So you can beat that in like less than. And the cool thing is, if you want to get, it's like kind of a thing where you want to play it just so you can have like an idea of where Jrpg started from, because that's literally the first one. The only problem is the game's conveyance is booty butt cheeks. Like you don't know where to go. You have to like actually talk to people. But you know, if you have a walkthrough, you can just play it. It's fine. And it's like less than 10 hours, and it's perfect.
Okay, so that's your recommendation for Matt.
As a meme, yes. As a meme, yes. As a serious recommendation, play Nier.
I'm before the time skip in Nier, because I bought it and I want to play. I want to finish it. I'm just lazy because people, let's play Valheim, let's play Forest, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing these multiplayer games with my friends because I have friends, and so I can't do these. I can't do these experiences. But I've tried like something like I tried Xenoblade, and I was like, I can't. Nothing's happening. I sat through like Xenoblade 2's like first cutscene. That's like almost like 30 minutes. Like the whole like just to even get to the world. It's like I can't even play the game.
So you can play the game when you're playing Nier. You're immediately playing the game. Like there's no real nerf when it comes to it. And I have it here literally on my Steam. I only played through the first playthrough. I did not play through the second one because I haven't done it on stream yet. I only clocked in 11.5 hours.
And you beat the game.
And I beat the game. That's the first. Well, the thing is, I already knew what to do. But also, that's only 11.5 hours for the first round. Remember, this is a Yoko Taro game. You have to beat the game 5 times in order to actually get the right story ending. So And there's new content in this one, so I haven't even touched that yet.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay, what would...
Like, I have to play through this game again. I like, if it's 11 hours, so that becomes like 50 hours, right? Because like 5 times or whatever.
No.
What do you? Oh, because is it faster
because
now?
the time skip takes up 4 to 5. So you're only playing through when you go through the next ending. You're already post time skip. So like 4 to 5 hours each playthrough. So like maybe 30 hours total for the whole game.
So I'm so close to the real game.
Once.
No, okay, no, that's not how
watch YouTube
you
for the
do
rest
things.
of it.
No, that's not how you do things.
That's literally how we do things when we watch anime. The first season, we watch an anime, like, oh, this is sick. And then we're like, what's next? We just read the manga. That's literally what you guys are doing with Record of Ragnarok.
I mean, I want like the completion part of it, because I've played through Paper Mario, the Origami King.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's garbage.
Wait, what are you talking about?
For the N64? For the N64, that's what you're saying.
Origami King.
Oh, no,
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 you're talking about
I've never played that.
I thought you were talking about like Thousand Year Door and
no,
the original Paper Mario.
It's garbage. I don't like any of it, and I played through the whole thing, and I did as many achievements as like I could stand. Like,
I've never played any Paper Mario except the N64 one, because I thought it was Super Mario RPG 2. That's literally what they called it on Nintendo.
But they gave it the Wind Waker treatment by.
Yeah, I loved it. It looks sick still. I don't care. It's just the hardest game to emulate on the N64 though.
Dang.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Like, something always happens. There's always a graphical glitch. So I kind of want to buy an N64 just to get. Well, I can just borrow yours, but I can just buy an N64 and get Paper Mario. It 100%. Every game that every time that I tried to emulate it, because of Mupen, I tried Mupen, the Mupen emulator, Mupen 64. I don't know if there's another one that emulated that rest in peace Emu Paradise has. So
wait, is Emu Paradise really down?
There's no ROMs. Remember, they got rid of all the ROMs.
Yeah, that was like a while back. Dang, we talked about it.
Their website is still up.
But the ROMs are gone.
Still up, but the ROMs are gone. So, you know, you have to go to other...
Right, it has the N64 game, if you want to borrow it.
I don't even have that.
What? How do you not have?
I'm trying to think of like my JRPG.
I have like 3 copies of Thousand Year Door, that's why.
It's a yikes.
I'm trying to think of my JRPG recommendation of games I've played. Probably Valkyrie Profile. I'd recommend Valkyrie Profile, Matt.
I think you only have suggestions that are on the PS1 era, because I think you stopped playing JRPGs once that era ended.
Yeah,
100%. I think
PS1 JRPGs were the best, like in terms of story, I think. But you know, but I love Valkyrie Profile because you know it's Norse mythology, and that's all super hype now. We're all up on that record of Ragnarok, Thor, Loki, and everything. Valheim, we're all up in that. It's an action RPG. It's combat's so fun, and it's voiceovers.
Very reminiscent of Xenogears.
No, it's voiceovers. I'm telling you, like you know.
Oh yeah, there is voice.
Lennith Valkyrie, the main character, that's Officer Jenny. That's her voice. When she says Nibelung Valesti, I'm just like, oh my gosh, Pokemon flashbacks.
Oh, I think I know what you need to play. I think I know what you need to play, and it's a sick game. Kind of a funky
2.
No.
Lunar 2.
No.
I have those.
Lunar.
Lunar 2 is actually really good. It has good voice acting. So
Lunar. I recommend Lunar. Like Twitching Cyrus right there. He's the one who got me into Lunar, man.
Vagrant Story.
Vagrant Story is actually pretty good too.
Really good. Okay. Let me just walk you back. So, in the age of PS1 JRPGs, right? Is that no one, it's obviously new technology, it's new 3D technology. However, some games kind of push the envelope into making like cutscenes, or rather, like dialogue options or whatever, more akin to movie productions, like camera angles and all that. First one being Metal Gear Solid. I think we can all attest that has very movie-like qualities when it comes to camera work. Second one, 100% way better, Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story feels like you're playing a movie, except the menu system's complete garbage. Outside of that, everything else is great. Like, everything else is amazing in that game. The story is good. It's part of the Ivalice Alliance, so that's like Final Fantasy Tactics, 12, some parts of Final Fantasy 14, so it's like that whole world is already expanded, and the combat's action oriented.
Mhm.
It's like it's sick. I think you should. I think we should suggest from every era. Like I already have my suggestion for NES, and then SNES, and now PS1.
SNES.
It's weird though.
Legend of the Seven Stars.
Oh, I've been wanting to play that.
I haven't.
But the other thing too, it's like there's so many other games that I like. I want to play Skies of Arcadia. I want to play like Tales of Symphonia.
All really good. That's actually a really good one.
Dreamcast games. I want to play these games, but just one of it's like for Tales of Symphonia, like I want multiplayer, and it's like I can't do that without other people. And then I don't know. It's frustrating because I want to play these things. I want this story. I want this experience, but I don't want that time sink when I have.
You can't have it all, dude. You can't have it all.
No, you know the strat though. Yeah. You know the strat. You get an emulator like RetroArch, and you just map R2 to or like R3 or R2 to the fast forward button.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
That's
like
literally what I do.
Or you could just do cheats. It's okay. I've actually like I remember having like this whole like fight with myself like when the FF9 Steam port came out. Steam FF9 Switch port came out, and I saw that they added the fast forward cheats, and I'm just like, I want to play FF9 again. I want to play like the Magic when I was a kid, like play through it like legitly. But no, I can't have that. I'm old. I don't have time. Give me that fast forward. Give me those cheats. Give me like level 99. It's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you, Matt, it's okay to go through that.
There's nothing. I have nothing to prove to myself because I already beat the game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you're right. I'm trying to prove something to myself, but when I tried playing Pokemon Crystal Clear, it's just like an open world Pokemon.
Is that real? Wait,
yeah,
what?
it might be calling it.
It's just
might
called
be getting
Pokemon
the name wrong.
Crystal.
No, Crystal Clear. It's an open world ROM hack where you could start out with like different starters, and you start at any town basically, and it's pretty sick.
Is that like
and
Pokemon Crystal Thailand translation ROM hack?
No, it's like a real thing. Like,
what are you talking about? That's a real thing.
No, and it's a real. It's a not
That's
bad
an actual
ROM.
not
It's good. They have their own Discord and everything, and it's like it's really cool. And you can start off with like some like any Pokemon, not any Pokemon. You can start off like pretty cool Pokemon like Eevee or Unknown, Psyduck. But I use the fast forward button. I'm like, this is kind of ruining like the game for me just because I'm just like blipping through the whole stuff, and it's.
Okay.
I think Pokemon's a really different beast though, because there's no real like the thing about the Pokemon in terms of RPG progression is that the challenge isn't to finish the game in terms of the story. Like there's no.
Pokemon has
be honest with yourself. There's no story in Pokemon. You don't.
There
lie
is
to
a
yourself.
story.
The more modern ones probably have a story, but like the generations 1 through 4, absolutely good luck. Like the only story you really have is like, well, in the first 2 generations is like the Team Rocket building.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and the third one is like, oh, there's like 3 more gangs or whatever, right? But there's no like the progression isn't that.
No.
That's not the focus.
Pokemon is not deep at all. It's not deep. You're not going to be questioning like, oh my god. The thing I love about Xenogears is like,
how about Ni no Kuni? How about Ni no Kuni for like a Pokemon-esque? No? Okay.
No.
No, but like, okay, so the complication isn't in the story. There's no like, I can agree, right? The complication comes into the meta, right? Where you want to play it in a more competitive environment. Then yes, there is obviously depth into it. But when it comes down, you can't kid yourself and say that there's a deep story in Pokemon. If you think there is, then I don't know what to say. Everything,
you're grasping at straws there. You're oh, I can't say that. You're hecka grasping at straws.
If you think there's a
yeah. Like, okay, I question my religion when I played Xenogears. That's how deep it was for me. Like, I was like, is God real? After playing Xenogears, that's why I love this.
Crisis playing a Jrpg, dude. That's sick.
No, seriously. Like, I looked into it. I didn't know what the id was. I didn't know what like who is Freud? Who is
You know you should ask. You know you should ask. ArcPulse.
ArcPulse. No, I'm serious. That's what that JRPG did to me, and you can't say that for Pokemon. Oh my god!
I think there's like that's the real benefit of JRPGs. Like in RPGs or like a game that you really connect to in general that you really want to share with other people is that you share this emotional connection. Like you have that with Xenogears, and I have that with Nier. I literally like one of the few games where I like actually like high-key cried because it was really good. Like there's a real and there's a lot of gameplay elements that are different about it, so it's a very fresh JRPG. Also, it's super depressing, and I love that in a game. Like I love depression and like depressing themes and like help selflessness in games because like I have a pretty decent life, right? It's okay, it's not bad. And then you play Nier and you're like, oh man, I got a really good life, dude. This is great. Like I don't have to deal with this crap. It's insane how bad these guys got. These guys are super omega down bad. So like it makes you feel more alive when you see like depression here because you realize like, hey, it's not too bad. I'm drinking water. I'm big chilling.
We're talking about video games on the podcast on the KOM the Podcast Network.
Yeah, See, like Pokemon teaches you how to battle animals, but the depth we're trying to focus on in a JRPG is that we want to focus on the story because that's what Matt wants to deal with. That's what Matt wants to experience. But to fast forward and try to like consider that Pokemon has a story that's actually deep is just like far-fetched.
No, no, but what I like when I do like FF9, when I play FF9, I do the fast forwarding parts just through the like when I'm going through the town and getting the dialogue and talking to people. I fast forward through battles, but when there's like a actual like a story driven moment, that's when I take a step back.
Slow down, right?
I slow down. And the beauty of the FF9 fast forward feature is that it just fast forwards gameplay. The music is still there. The music is still normal speed. So you're
fast forwarding.
Yeah, that's the problem with fast forwarding on emulation. But the official fast forwarding, I love that they did that feature. I love that I could still experience the music. Because the music actually, back then, video game music was all I listened to. Like,
same. I agree. That's what
video game music. Like. Because it was so deeply rooted into JRPGs. Like I'm experiencing the story, and the music is elevating the emotion, elevating the scene. Oh man, gosh, I'm getting.
So this is the strat. This is the strat we're gonna do. Part of New Game Plus, we're gonna a new JRPG is gonna come out, right?
We're
gonna pick a new JRPG that comes out, and we're all gonna play it. And we're all gonna have to play it. We're gonna have to play it.
Okay.
I think
I'm down. I'm down.
We've
I'm down.
never played.
One that we've never played.
Yeah, so that way we can like experience something and have a connection to it. Hopefully it's not garbage.
What's the caveat? Okay.
And
it
has to be less than 30 hours.
Less than 30 hours.
It has to be a relatively new game. So that way we can go to like how long to beat.com and see how long it takes.
Okay.
So
we can't know. Okay. The thing is we can't no wikiing. No. We actually have to play the game. But if there's an easy mode, it's fine. You can play.
Yeah, I'm playing
mode.
easy mode. I don't give a shit. Yeah, like accessibility is so paramount to games like that. Like I don't agree in some games having an easy mode, but one of the like it doesn't matter. Just have an easy mode. It's like easy. Like you want to experience something else other than the difficulty of the gameplay. That's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. And that's
I've never minded difficulty levels until Valkyrie Profile. In Valkyrie Profile you could go easy, normal, hard, but the thing is you could only get the best ending on hard mode, and I never agreed with that. It's like I did not like that. It's like, oh, you're punishing me.
It's a way to pad the game's longevity. Honestly, that's what it is. Like you can get the best ending on Persona 5 on easy mode, because all it's doing is just making it so like you could just enjoy the game. Like I spent $60 on this game. I want to enjoy it. Like, you might enjoy it if you want to play on hard mode. That's your freedom, right? I want to pay $60 and enjoy the game's story. I don't want to enjoy like hard combat or grinding till it's not hard. I just want to like get through the game.
We're too old to gatekeep, guys. We're too old for that.
Would you say Mega Man Battle Network's JRPG?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. That is actually a JRPG.
I love Mega Man Battle Network then. We're done here then. Dude, it's so good. And
Mega
I
Man Battle
love
Network
the
is actually
gameplay.
Mega sick. It's actually really good. Like it's one of the few Mega Man spin-offs outside of Legends that is just like I don't like Mega Man Zero. I don't. People don't like. People love that that series because.
Wait, wait.
What about ZX? You
No, I
don't
hate
like
it.
ZX?
Wait,
I don't like any of that.
you didn't like Legends?
I love Legends.
Oh, I heard that wrong then. Like Legends was the sickest.
no.
Kick the
Well,
cat.
the thing is, Legends was sick, but at the same time, it wasn't. Like, the reason why Legends existed is because Capcom needed to do a 3D Mega Man game and just didn't know what to do. And like, the controls are terrible, right? But the charm is amazing.
Oh,
Like, half the game's difficulty is just dealing with the camera. But once you get strafe shooting down, that's literally all you do in that game to beat bosses. It's not hard.
Did you play
So, like,
the Misadventures of Tron Bonne?
No, I didn't.
I love
saw it
that
on
game too.
Blockbuster.
I love that
I never
game.
played it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's bad. Yeah, that was actually at a Blockbuster, and I'm like, yo, what the heck is it? Is another Mega Man Legends game? And then I saw the back of the box. I'm like, oh no, it's not. So I didn't play it. I didn't buy it.
I shipped what's his name? Mega Man?
Mega Man Volnut.
Volnut, yeah. I shipped him in Tron Bonne so hard.
I mean, that's
Was on the fan sites.
Isn't that canon? Isn't that?
Wait,
canon?
is it canon? Oh.
Nah, I don't know.
No, I thought, it was Mega Man. No, Roll was his sister. You're right.
Yeah, I think it was canon.
Yeah.
Roll was the sister, like stepsister.
Very. Okay, well,
man.
let's stop that. Let's stop that right now.
Yeah, so the like Mega Man Battle Network is an amazing JRPG, and I think it should be at least the first one, because they got a little wild.
Oh yeah, I
at
know.
the
Yeah,
end,
you're right.
because they had like red and blue versions and stuff for
Those are
later
sick!
parts no, they're not.
No,
No, they're
I-
not.
no, they're not.
No, they're not. That's basically paywalling completion. Like those games don't really care. Like it doesn't matter about collecting chips because that's what Navi chips for that game. But like it's
Yeah.
paywalling.
Kingdom Hearts
No,
Birth
but
by
those are
Sleep. No,
kind
I'm
of,
not
like,
running playing
different
Birth by
stories.
Sleep.
Those like different
Birth by
stories.
Sleep is actually good.
Okay.
I just refuse
Yeah,
to play
I-
Kingdom Hearts games, dude. No, I'm
I'm not
done
gonna
with
play
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts. I'm not gonna play Kingdom
No,
Hearts.
I'm good. I
Okay,
agree with you. Don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a little too much just because like it's convoluted. Like, no, okay. Wait, let me just defend it a little bit in saying that Kingdom Hearts 1 is absolutely okay on its own.
hmm
That is fine. Like we had this conversation when it came to New Game Plus. Whenever we bring up Kingdom Hearts, is that it's good. The first one is actually good, but then it gets into a problem after Chain of Memories.
Okay, so
After
does
Chain
it
of
get
Memories
good
or 2?
after?
No, after Chain of Memories. 2's a mess. Like, yeah. After
it
Chain
get
of Memories,
good?
it got a little wild.
Does it get good after you like pick your weapon, sort of thing? Because that's where I stopped.
Oh my god, that's like not even the beginning of the game. That's like
No,
literally. That's literally like before you
I-
get to Traverse Town. No, it's
Yeah,
not. That's
I
it doesn't get
I
any
turned
better
it
than
on.
that.
Oh my
Literally
God.
I
the
did the small island
just-
and then I just stopped it.
You
I was
just
like,
you just Traverse Town.
Um,
I always called it Traverse Town, but then Traverse Town actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because
oh my God, my mind
they
just...
traverse between back.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know exactly. Oh man,
oh, spoilers.
I always call it Traverse
There we go.
Town.
The game's like 20 years old, dude.
20.
It came out when Melee came out, I think. That's why everyone's like,
No,
yo,
yeah, you're right.
Sora and Smash.
On this different console. On this
Yeah, dude, Sonic the Hedgehog in Melee. I mean, could have happened.
Yeah, man.
Metal Gear, like freaking Solid Snake in Melee, that could have actually.
You know what's hilarious? We're like an hour in, and me and Matt have not mentioned Melee, and Barry's the one that brings it up.
Oh yeah,
Nerd.
didn't something happen with Smash Summit?
Oh yeah, Mango One. Oh yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about that. No.
Why do
No,
you
no,
mean
we're,
Mango
no,
One?
we're just talking about Mango
Mango
One,
and-
dude. That's
Have you
it.
seen the
Okay.
basketball game between?
No, let's okay. Mango One. What happened after, Tim?
I don't know. I never watched it.
What
You
happened?
want to know what
after?
happened after? We played Melee that night, and Tim,
Oh yeah.
Tim is like, Matt, jump in voice call, and all I hear is, yo, I've been playing the sickest Melee my whole life. I'm so good since Mango One. Oh man, I'm so good. It's like
It's a
that's all I had
mango.
to hear
No,
the
it's,
whole
it's,
night.
it's a literal mango power up, dude. Like every time I see Mango win or like I watch a Mango stream when I'm feeling down on my Fox, and then I'm like, oh yeah, power up, and then I'm wrecking Matt. Oh. But now
It was
you
the
get-
worst night of my life.
Confidence rubs off on you. Oh no.
I'm just there. I'm just like, just hold shield, just down smash, just make him Here's his day. He could have it, and he felt it till the next day too.
Was Leffen there? No, right?
No. He visa issues.
Oh yeah. So the cool thing is, even though Leffen wasn't there, Leffen also, if you guys didn't know, is also a fighting gamer in general. He plays Melee, Ultimate, and then Dragon Ball Fighters, and now Guilty Gear Strive. He actually hosted one of the bigger Guilty Gear Strive tournaments online in Europe, and he actually took it. He's actually amazing at that game. So
the Dark Triad himself.
He's actually cracked at like a lot of like fighting games.
No, he's really, really good. But then he said that he might quit Melee because of all this. He hasn't gone to a tournament in 2 years. Almost 2 years now.
Because of the hacks money issues?
No, just because of COVID.
Oh yeah, COVID and
COVID
Visa.
and now Visa. It sucks for him. And if he's not able to play, then what's the point, right? Because he's #1 in Europe and he's undisputed.
Yeah. That's a problem with Melee in general, is like the regions are so starkly contrast. Like NA Melee is clearly where it's at. I mean, that's like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, EU, Russia, or like Eastern Europe is like where everyone wants to play CS:GO. NA is where everyone wants to play Melee.
And Valorant.
Valorant.
Okay, so I've been watching like the Korea teams, and NU was so sick, or New Turn, they're so sick. And then when they challenge Sentinels, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a great. And I was like, no,
so free.
It was like a 4-13.
Tens is so good, dude.
I was so sad because I wanted 26. Oh my goodness.
No. NA Valorant's really strong. But the thing is, like, that's because everyone else in that game, like all the Valve players, most of them were from CS:GO backgrounds, so they had the experience. I don't know about New Turn. I don't know about other countries. I know a lot of other esports organizations got their own Valorant contingent, but they focus more on CS:GO when it comes to like whether or not they have Valorant or CS:GO. Just because CS:GO is so I guess deeply rooted in the tactical FPS genre. So, Sentinels is sick though. Tens is amazing, but whatever. Anyway, I think we're good to go in terms of this episode. Yeah, it's already been an hour. I'm gonna probably big chill out of here and play some more Pokemon Unite. Or the Forest. We gotta beat the game.
No, we can't play Forest because Ida left her laptop at work. So we're playing some Pokemon Unite tonight, I guess. No, I want to see if Gardevoir is all that she's hyped up to be.
Yeah, did you update? You have to update your...
I updated already. While I was waiting for you guys to update, my Pokemon Go got my daily.
Oh, shoot.
Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks. And I think I'll put up if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. It's New Game Plus GU. Make sure you also follow Laddie Esports, same venue on Twitch, on Instagram, wherever they're at. I'll probably post a poll or maybe a suggestion box or something about what RPG we're gonna be playing.
That'd be cool. Cool. No Kingdom Hearts.
No Kingdom Hearts, please. No.
Oh, what if it was the Game Boy Advance one?
Good night,
Chain
everyone.
of Memories? That's literally what it is.
Is that Chain of Memories? I thought the Chain of Memories.
Hey, just say good night.
Good night.
Good night.